me around. Yes, he did. He placed my feet on solid ground. And y'all sit there and wonder, how can this brother preach like that? Because I've been through some things. Just because I'm 33 years old, so is Jesus. I came to tell you that I ain't gonna stop my praise just because some of y'all traditional people say that I can't praise them right here, I can't praise them right there, but I will praise him at all times, and his praise shall continually be in my mouth. Look at somebody and say, I still gotta praise. Look at somebody else and say, I still gotta praise. I didn't tell y'all my subject. The title of my message was I still got my swagger. Because all the hell that I've been through, I didn't lose my confidence in God. I still got my swagger. I can walk in the devil's face and say, devil, I shall not die, but live and declare the works of the Lord. See what the devil wants to do? He wants to take away your swagger. Y'all looking at me strange. What is swagger? Swagger is confidence. You know how some of y'all prideful people walk? Y'all boast and y'all walk like y'all got it all together. Well, God is saying to you that when you are in trouble, you better not lose your swagger. You got to walk with confidence. Walk like God is on your side. Walk like God is going to give you a new beginning. Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, I still got my swagger. I said, touch somebody and say, I still got my swagger. Yeah. Job had his swagger. He said, though you slay me, I will trust him. I still got my swagger. Abraham was tested by God to sacrifice his son Isaac, but he never lost his swagger. Jacob, he wrestled with the angel for a blessing, but he never lost his swagger. Moses walked through the Red Sea while Pharaoh was chasing him, but he never lost his swagger. Joshua, he crossed the Jordan, but he never lost his swagger. Gideon, he decreased his army to about 300 to fight the Midianites, but he never lost his swagger. David was pursued by Saul, but he never lost his swagger. Daniel was thrown in the lion's den, but he never lost his swagger. The 3 Hebrew boys were in the fiery furnace, but he never lost his swagger. Hey, God is asking me to ask you, did you lose your swagger? Look at somebody and ask him, did you lose your swagger? Let me tell you this quick story. Stay remain on your feet. Let me tell you this quick story. I was traveling, right? I was traveling to Rockland, and Brother Al know, because we in the same class. And I was traveling to go to this class. It was raining outside. And y'all know when y'all take that circle going to the Palisades. We was taking the circle going to that Palisades, and you got to get on to go to that Palisades. And you understand that the traffic is so congested. Traffic is always congested. And I was traveling. I was in one of my subordinates' DT car. And I was traveling. I was chilling. I wasn't speeding, Vince. I promise you I was not speeding. I was going about 10 to 15 miles. I was not on the phone because, you know, I like the phone. I like the text, just like some of y'all generation. We like the text. But I was not texting while driving. I was not on the phone while driving. I was very alert and I was conscious. I was cautious. I mean, and there were a number of cars. There was cars in front of me. There were cars behind me. And as I was getting on that circle, Uncle Jay, I was turning to go. I was turning to go. We were going, may I remind you, we were going just 10 to 15 miles per hour. You know, that is very slow. That's like being behind Sunday morning drivers. I have very bad road rage. My father told me, he said, boy, your temper's gonna get you in trouble, but I worked on it for years. But that road rage, I got to still work on. And y'all know there's something inside of you that you got to still work on too. And as I began to get on, and I was following the flow of traffic. May I remind you that it was outside. It was raining outside. I was following, Aaron, I was following the flow of traffic. There was cars in front of me, may I remind you, and cars behind me. I pressed on the gas. I pressed on the gas pedal, and my car began to hydroplane at 10 to 15 miles per hour. May I remind you, I'm talking about I have never lost my swagger. What is swagger? Swagger is confidence in God. So what I was doing, I pressed on the gas, and my car began to hydroplane. This is the first time I've ever been in this situation, ever experienced anything like this. Cars in front of me, cars behind me. So my car began to hydroplane, and my car did a total 360, and I was facing oncoming traffic. I was facing oncoming traffic, and I seen my life disappear. I seen my life disappear, and I was like, I just remained calm. I was trying to turn the wheel. I was trying to turn it. I was trying to get it back, Aaron. You know, I was trying to get that joker back. It would not go there. It would not go there. So my car did a 360. I was facing oncoming traffic, and then the car backed up into the median, the grassy part of the median. It backed up into the grassy part of the median, and I almost ran into the tree. The rear of my car almost ran into the tree. Remind you, I'm talking about I have never lost my swagger. The rear of my car, Vince, it almost backed up into the tree. And the cars that were behind me, they were coming at me. They were coming at me, and I was like, oh, my. I didn't say it with my mouth, but I said it in my spirit. Now, some of y'all can think faster than I can think, and you can call out Jesus. But when I can't call out Jesus, I have Jesus in my heart. So the only thing, Al, that I could think of in my heart was Jesus. That's the only thing that I could call on. I was like, Jesus, you know? And so as the man was coming, all of a sudden, my car stopped. My car stopped, and let me remind you, my car couldn't stop because I was hydroplaning. I was backing up into the tree. I was trying to press on the on the brake, but it wouldn't stop. Now, all of a sudden, when I thought about Jesus, now, let me tell you, this is a true story. This happened last week. True story, no fiction. So, when it stopped, every other car that was coming at me stopped. Okay. But in the midst of all that, I remained calm, cool, and collected. Some of y'all may go crazy, but that's not my personality. I remain calm, cool, and collected, and the only person that I can think of was so Dad, the cars that were coming at me, they stopped. So they said, I got to go, y'all. The cars that was coming at me, they stopped. And the guy got out the car. He said, you all right? I said, yes. I said, yes, I'm all right. But I wasn't all right. So what I did was, the first person that I can think of is the first person that's closest to me, my wife. So I called my wife, and I said, baby, you can't believe what just happened. I told her what happened. You know, she...